Hello and a very warm welcome to the TradeShift Spring Release 2026. I am Alan Edwards. I'm the VP of Customer Success at TradeShift, and I shall be your host for this event. And hopefully, if it goes well, the Oscars will come calling for next year. But until that point, let's go through a couple of housekeeping rules, and then I shall pass you over to our talented product team for the rest of the webinar. So the first thing is we will have a Q&A at the end. So if you wish to submit some questions, please do so through the Q&A tool at the bottom of the Zoom meeting. There's a couple of polls that we would love your feedback on throughout the webinar. So there'll be two, and I will introduce them as we get there, but please do take the time to fill them in. The feedback will help not only inform our product development, but it'll also help us get feedback from you directly in terms of the areas of importance for you as businesses. And then the last thing, and I will remind you of this at the end, which you'll probably hate me for again at that point, but please do share feedback after the webinar. The more feedback we get from the events, the more relevant and up to date we can keep them. And it's great because it helps us keep our product roadmap on track, and it helps us keep our events up to date and interesting. Okay, so you can see the team that's going to present for most of today. Very talented bunch. You'll hear from Anka, Marcia, Sarah, and Daniel and Rafi. And we will move on without further ado to Anka.
Thank you, Alan, and welcome everyone. Yes, for analytics, two updates, two features that we have implemented in the past quarter that I would like to showcase to you, and a small update regarding Insight Center decommissioning. If we could move to the next slide. Yes, anomaly detection, the first feature. We're excited about this one. It was implemented based on feedback that we have received from the customers and also inputs received during RFIs and from the sales and customer success teams. This enables the user to have access to data to identify potential irregularities, potential anomalies, to spot specific patterns or issues in the operational flow, processing of documents that could have a financial impact. And also this will serve as a platform for further enhancing our agentic AI capabilities in analytics. This is a topic included in the roadmap, and Rafi will talk about this later during the webinar. Then the second feature, the report scheduler, also available in the standard view of the new analytics. This was one of the key milestones, key requirements to achieve feature parity with Insight Center. It is the implementation that the TradeShift data engineering team has done, and it is mirroring the behavior of the scheduler that is currently available in Amazon QuickSight. And it also embeds a couple of data security and data ownership requirements in this implementation to mirror, again, the behavior that we see for the scheduler in QuickSight. The plan in the next 6 to 9 months is to switch to that feature as soon as Amazon makes it available for embedding. With all the details and all the options that are currently available in QuickSight, this should also be available in the embedded view. And one thing to remember here, there will be a requirement for users to have a valid license to access the analytics. External team members will not be able to see data or reports if they don't have a license for reviewing and for checking the report, the scheduled report. I can switch to the demo. I'll take over the screen. Right. So for anomaly detection dashboard, we have two tabs, one looking at documents and the second looking at workflows, document processing approvals, document approvals. It is possible for the users to add a specific threshold to review documents above or below that, a specific threshold. All metrics and data are available in USD as a currency. If there's feedback from the customers, we might explore the option to add a predefined list or to allow the user to select from a list of local currencies. Then for workflows, as I said, it looks at the data, looks at the reassignments of documents for approval and the duration of the document spent, that the duration and time the document spent during processing in the workflow solution. This is a high-level dashboard. And in case a specific issue is spotted, we recommend all users to go to the documents, to the data and reports and dashboards that contain the granular information at granular level, i.e. document header, document line, workflow, dashboard report. Also to use Q while searching in these reports, because then Q has access to the data sets with the granular information, and it can give a more comprehensive or more accurate response. Moving to the second, to the report scheduler, there's an option added in the menu on the left side, an option to create a new schedule, to add a name, to select the report type, also to select the frequency, and then the hour when the email can be received, should be sent to the user. If a schedule exists already, then there's an option to edit it or to delete it. This is how the email looks like, the email that is received by the user. It has a download link, as you can see now. It will redirect me to the to analytics. I'll have an automatic download of the report. And going back to stop sharing, and if we can go back to the presentation. One last word about Insight Center decommissioning. We've officially announced it in September last year. We still have 6 months to use in our favor. This is a call to action to all our buyer customers. We would like to migrate all accounts to the new analytics by the end of September this year. If you have any issues with accessing the data, reviewing the reports, please reach out to your customer success representative, and then we'll take it forward. In October, we are planning to technically switch off Insight Center. So ideally, we would like to have everyone onboarded in the new analytics. And that's it. And thank you all for listening and for attending this webinar. I'll let Alan take over.
Thanks, Anka. And just to echo what Anka said there, obviously the customer success team is very geared up to getting that feedback from the customer base. And more importantly, we're aware that obviously some customers use the Insight Center in tandem with other macros or reporting suites that they've used themselves. And obviously we're very keen to help with that transition to the new setup to make sure that you have an uninterrupted service. So please do reach out to the CSM and they will certainly aid you in that deprecation and decommissioning exercise. Okay. Next on the agenda is over to Marcia and its compliance, which I know is top of a lot of people's lists.
Hello, everyone. So we'll start right away with Belgium update. So for Belgium, since January 2026, we now have a mandate in place, and the Belgium are pushing for the business to exchange via PEPL. Today, it's a standard PEPL exchange, very standard compared to other mandates that are in place. And in January 2027, they are adding a fifth corner where they are requiring businesses to send real-time e-reporting to the government. A bit similar to what we're doing in France, but less confusion on this process. This mandate is in place. We have been previously to January 2026. This was already available. It was not enforced, and now it has been enforced in January 2026. Just as a reminder, Tradeshift has been as an access point, a PEPL access point since 2014. So we are quite familiar on how the behavior of PEPL works. So if you are interested in doing business in Belgium, please reach out to your CSM and we can set up a PEPL access point for your business right away. Just as a point of awareness or reminder, TradeShift, so Babaway is the technology that powers the B2G in Belgium and in Luxembourg. So it's we are very familiar with the whole Belgium market, and we can support in any specificities that you have. If we go to the Polish update, yes. So Poland mandate has been live since 1st of February this year, and we have already a few customers that are live with the solution. So if you are interested, again, please reach out to your CSM. This is live, and we can help you set up that account very easily. So the first steps that we have is that we can receive all the CASEFs document that reach your account directly in TradeShift. They will follow the same process as we have for other clearance countries. The document first reaches Scan.io, and if there is no stopping, no BFR interrupting the document, it goes directly to Document Manager. And if you have workflow, it continues into the standard behavior. We have also a feature that I will demo in a few minutes, which is the real-time reconciliation. This allows for to reconcile any existing EDI flow that you may have, or any supplier that creates invoice on the TradeShift portal with additional business information. The goal is that we can reconcile both documents, the live document, so the document that has been created either on the platform or that we have received via EDI, to the clear document that we have received from CASEF. We can put a timer, for example, a day or a few hours, depending on your business, and we will reconcile on header level and on line level to make sure that the documents match. If there is a successful match, you will know, I will show in the demo. And if there is a failed reconciliation, we will also inform you, and we will reject the document that has been created in the TradeShift portal with a message, an error message saying that the reconciliation was not successful. The goal is that we allow your business-specific fields to still transact in TradeShift and to not stop those requirements, of course, that are needed from your ERP side. I will demo this in a few minutes, and you will see how the reconciliation works. The next step is an update on France. So on France, we have two main work streams. We have the Babaway PA work stream. This is everything that is needed for the PA to exchange with the government and to exchange with other PAs. This is in progress. However, what I'm going to talk about during this for this slide, it's the changes that the team is doing on the TradeShift side. So the goal is that for our buyers that are using TradeShift for inbound PA, they will see in TradeShift all the mandatory fields, so all the business fields that are required with the mandate, and to make sure that they don't need to download the document that we receive from the PA to have all the fields, that they are visible directly on the platform. So the team has already added so far 3 fields, and we're still adding more. We have added the cadre de facturation, which is pretty much to say if an invoice, it's a business invoice, it's a goods invoice, if it's a mixed invoice, or if it's a service invoice. We have added the section bénéficiaire de la facture, as you can see in the screenshot, and we have added the field montant déjà payé. This field already existed, but with the French mandate, this field is available in every document type. So we have made it available in every document type. So if there was an invoice amount already paid previously, you can display that amount on the platform directly. So we are still making changes. The mandate is still in progress. So there will be, for the next quarter, then we will have more feedback to share on this. And as a reminder, TradeShift has been PA immatriculate definitive since January 2026. So we are very, very happy with that. And we're making great progress on our development and with our customers. So if you are also interested on a PA or still looking, please reach out to your CSM. And the next update is Thailand. This should be very fast. So we have added a new language to the Tradeshift platform. The goal is to make sure that your end users can utilize the platform to improve the user experience of your end users. So we have added Thai. So this makes the 27 language that we have added on a platform, and we will add a few more, and Rafi will cover that in his roadmap in a few minutes. I will also show you in a few minutes how to change the language on the platform. It's very quick. This way you can see the languages that we support on the platform. And last but not least, we have Malaysia. And for Malaysia, we have added functionality that allows suppliers that if they send a document, sorry, that is different from the Malaysian currency, that automatically they will have to populate the exchange rate. The goal is that from a formatting perspective, when we send the invoice to the My Invoice portal, we will have all the mandatory fields to make sure that the document is cleared successfully. I will also showcase how this works. We have added it on the whole platform, so this is available worldwide, not only for Malaysia. If the supplier changes the currency, he will have the option to put the exchange rate. It's not mandatory, but it's available there. And to avoid any confusion, we have also left the exchange rate in the drop-down list. This was a request from some of the sellers that started using this functionality. I will now take over to show the demo. So the first one, I'll start with the exchange rate since I just finished with this one. So just quickly, so when you click on create invoice, so I'm currently on a French account, a French test account. So automatically the currency is in euros. And if I change to USD, for example, you'll see that the exchange rate automatically populates. And the goal is that the supplier, when he tries to send an invoice, if he wants to put the exchange rate, he has the option to do it automatically from there. And as I mentioned, we also have the exchange rate that is available here. This way it avoids confusion for sellers that were already used to search for it in the drop-down list. The next thing that I want to show is the translation. So if I go to user settings, we have here the list of all the languages that the platform supports. So as I mentioned, we currently have 27. We will be adding more. And if you click on Thai, which is here, and save changes, the platform automatically changes to Thai, as you can see. And I will put it back to English UK, and save changes. And the platform changed again to English. And the last demo that I want to show is for Poland. So I'm back on the deck, and let me put play. So the goal of the demo, so what I will showcase with this recording is two behaviors. One is a successful reconciliation, and to show that it's automatically reconciled and the tag that is available. And the next one is a failed reconciliation. So the status changes to fail with the rejection message. So this is an invoice that we have received from the UI. So it has been created by the supplier directly on the platform. And as you can see, this document is in the workflow. Here we have, this is Postman. It's not the best screen, but the goal is to simulate a document from the CASEF portal. And you can see that this field is exactly the goal of this invoice is that it replicates exactly what we have received from the UI with some business fields on top of it. And the document is, we have already we put automatically the attachment, which wasn't previously there. And this would be the attachment from CASEF that will be available here. And we can see below that the document has the tag clearance cleared, meaning that we were successfully able to reconcile both documents. And if we go to the next step, which is the failed reconciliation, sorry. This is an invoice that we have also received either through UI or through EDI. It can have, as I mentioned, more business fields. And we have here a test that is going to fail because we changed the total tax amount. So this is an important check for the reconciliation. And when we receive the document from CASEF, we will see that the document has been rejected. The document is rejected, and we put a rejection message saying that there is a data inconsistency between what we have received from the platform versus what you have submitted on the government portal. And when we scroll down, we will see as well that the rejection failed. And yeah. When we go to the tags, we have here a reconciliation conflict tag that appears. This way the user knows that the document was not, why there was an automatically rejection for this document. And the document that we have received from CASEF will be available in Scan.io. This is where all documents from the government are visible. And we will have a new column called reconciliation status, and it will show conflict, meaning that we were not able to successfully reconcile both documents. And that's it for me. I will now give back it to Alan. And of course, if you have any questions, please put them in chat. I will reply to them during the next presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Marcia. And I think just before we move on to Sarah, I think we've got a short poll to come up now, which is about which countries are in scope for you in 2026. And so is that France, Spain, Germany, UAE, Saudi Arabia, USA even, multiple EU countries or multiple Middle East countries. And if you do have countries on there that are in scope that we haven't included, please do feel free to add those into the chat, and we will capture those as well and take those away. Okay. So I think we'll hand over to Sarah now for our AP automation updates.
Yes, thank you, Alan. Please move to the slide. To kick things off, I want to talk about transparency. For very long, the invoice header level matching criteria setting on Tradeshift platform has been a black box. The configuration is hidden, and it can be set via API only, so that the business users couldn't easily touch and see. So today we are changing that with our new document-based rule tabs on the configurator app. We have brought powerful head-level matching logic directly into the UI. So this will eliminate the black box problems by giving you the full visibility into how invoice documents are matched. So now you can independently manage the full life cycle of a document matching from the header fields to the individual line fields without needing the R&D's intervention. And we have included seamlessly configuration portabilities here. You can download your header level matching rules for backup or sync the recommended settings with a single click. So this is about giving the power back to our business users for matching. Next slide, please. So building on top of that autonomy, we've also focused on some of the usability improvement. We know that managing the complex enterprise matching rules can be daunting. So we've introduced a layer of the active review to the configuration interface. The UI now can dynamically adapt to your setting. It is a proactive system that acts as a safety net to flag your duplicates undefined matching rules with no impact to your production environment now. So basically it means what you can see is what you get. By embedding the deep system logic into the UI, now we allow the non-expert to configure the complex matching rules safely. So you no longer need the very deep technical support to manage your specific logics, and the interface can just guide you through directly. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. So for this slide, this is going to bring us to the core engine driving our next generation AI document extraction and enrichment. So this is the intelligence behind the interface. By combining the AWS TextStruct with advanced large language models, we are moving away from the rigid manual PDF template maintenance. We now not only support the native PDF text extraction, but also the image-based scanned documents as well. So the system doesn't just look for the text. It also interprets the structure of the documents to understand the context of the target data fields on the invoices, on the documents. And currently, the system can intelligently adapt to diverse and complex global invoice layouts without manual interventions. And by leveraging a resilient multi-stages pipeline on our product, we can capture more common invoice data with higher accuracies than ever before. So, and worth to mention here that we are currently in a technical preview phase for this feature, and we are looking for the interested partners to help us close the loop, and because we don't just want to show you this technology, we want to verify it against your difficult multi-stage and non-standard invoice templates formats. So next slide, please. We can move into a live demo to show you how exactly this engine is going to help you with your real-world invoice document. We can upload an image-based PDF file, scanned. See, the document has been uploaded successfully, and refresh the page. You can see this document is also finished the extraction and enrichment process. We can this AI enrichment, intelligent enrichment and extraction feature now is under the specific company property setting. So we can have the configuration first, then you will be able to see a dedicated tab to intelligently process the native and image-based PDF. View the detail. So this is the image-based PDF files. You can see all the 3-line information has been extracted now. And let's take a look at the, this is the header level, the total amount, VAT tax, VAT amount is correct. And this is the total, including tax. The line item information, as we can see on the image, that there is no tax rate. And let's take a look at the tax rate has been automatically calculated and filled in here. It's auto enrichment for these key invoice data fields. The quantities, unit price, and line level total amount information has been captured correctly. The line number, there are 3 lines on the document being captured successfully, no issue. So, so if you want to get rid of your PDF template maintenance and would like to see how the AI can finally handle your complex format PDF document, please kindly reach out to your CSM, and they can help you to schedule a deep dive sessions to understand more for this feature. Thank you.
Moving over to Danny now.
Hello. Today I want to show you how TradeShift is helping customers turn their transaction operation into something that adapts as fast as their business does. We call it Business Transaction Operating System. Why does it matter is we talk with our customers, and one of their main concern is adaptability. Regulations change, policies shift, and systems struggle to keep up. For that reason, we built this business operating system to solve exactly that through 3 pillars. First is safe autonomy. An AI agent that just doesn't just recommend, it acts, right? For example, it reviews invoices against your business rules, decides what to approve or escalate, and execute it. But very important is that it does it within compliance boundaries that are always enforced. Basically, the AI is autonomous, but is never unsupervised. So your rules govern every decision. Moving on to Open Agentic Hub, we understand that you have your own ERP or agentic framework, and you have your own workflows. We don't ask you to replace them if you don't want to use our platform for orchestration. For that, we have TradeShift that expose every transaction capability as an open endpoint through our MCP and skills. These model context protocol actions, they are the same that our own AI uses, so your team can embed our platform intelligence directly into your systems. So it's your orchestration, but powered by TradeShift intelligence. The last is adaptive infrastructure. You always get new country mandates. You may have new policies or new integration. But instead of a lengthy development project, we streamline the release cycle. So we offer AI-assist integration generation, self-service portal, and we build as for your compliance framework to evolve at the speed of your business, not just the speed of your IT backlog. And let me show you through a demo what this actually looks like. So we'll start in through our TradeShift Platform Analytics Hub. And here you can see that it's you can open Quick Suite, the place where you'll get the enhanced automation orchestration for AI on Amazon. Quick Suite has several components, but I want to draw the attention here for 2 aspects. The spaces, where there are actually custom knowledge centers that we will build for your needs. In this example, we are showcasing a knowledge center that has MCP actions for TradeShift. These are actually ready-made connections that let the AI talk directly to the TradeShift platform through all secure pre-built actions. Besides this, there is also specific information that you want to highlight. In this case, it's a guidance for anomaly detection rules. As you can see, these are defined in plain English, and there aren't coded rules. Basically, your compliance team writes this. So when a policy changes, they can update the text. The AI will read it and adapt. So you won't need developers or deployments or delay in your compliance rules. So this highlights how we can do adaptive rules in action. How would you interact with it? For this, we use chat agents. And here you see the areas where we can interact with such an agent. For this scenario, the space that I showed you earlier has been used for the chat engine. And we'll ask questions to it, like in normal English. So, for example, is analyze the last invoice received. And if you look at what happens, the agent actually plans its approach. It selects the MCP action and calls the TradeShift platform to retrieve the most recent invoice. Now, the key moment, as you can see, is that it actually does something autonomously. It runs a real-time validation against the anomaly guidance we just looked at before. Now, the information from our system is retrieved. The agent has detected specific anomalies and highlighted those, interpreted those, and not only did it do so, but it also makes a recommendation. And the recommendation is for us to not approve it and reject it. For this reason, we can interact with the system on our side, and just through plain English, we can do actions on our TradeShift platform. we are going to reject this invoice with a message missing person of reference and missing consenter. First,
Danny, can you expand the chat window? So we have full screen on the chat only. Ah, you can't because this is a recording.
it's
Sorry.
the recording. So in this case, first it looks at the action request and it asks for approval. So it's important to receive an approval for the rejection, and the action has been done on our Tradeshift platform for this invoice UK 311. And we can look in our Tradeshift platform. In Document Manager, we open the invoice. As you can see, it's already rejected, as it can be seen here. But more importantly, we can also see the details as for the rejection by opening our collaboration panel for conversation that highlights exactly this rejection reason. So, and I'll stop here the demo. What I wanted to highlight is that all of this is in development right now, and we have already preview for it. It's important to highlight that these are our foundation for the future, and it demos exactly the three pillars we discussed in the presentation. The safe autonomy, the AX, but within your compliance boundaries. Open agentic hub, like every action on our platform endpoint you can use through our MCP actions and future skills on your own systems. And adaptive infrastructure is that we showcase rules that evolve at the speed of your business, not just to your IT backlog. Hope you enjoyed the demo, and looking forward to collaborate with you and to deploy this. Thank you.
Thanks, Danny. And it's good to see the pathway that Rafi described in terms of moving to touch-free. You can see, how Tradeshift is really investing in that journey. So it's really good to demo that. So we got to the Q&A stage. I was getting a little bit nervous as we were motoring towards the hour, but we seem to have left enough time for some good Q&A. So that's good. So I'll leave a minute or two just for those questions to come in. And just while we're doing that, I just wanted to flag out that something that we're quite proud of, an additional piece of information, is that Tradeshift is one of only 12 providers to have received the Hall of Fame recognition from the Hacker Group. So we've been obviously around for a long time, doing some great things, but it's great to get that recognition consistently, particularly as we're so excited about the product roadmap as we move forward. So just a good piece of news for us that we wanted to share with you guys, because it reinforces the fact that hopefully we're consistently adding value to your business. So as I say, we've got to the Q&A stage. I think we've had some questions and answers coming in whilst everybody was presenting. So I will just grab a quick check and see what questions we've got. Then we can answer some of them, hopefully live. No pressure, guys. Okay. So let's, because compliance is often top of the list. So one of the questions, I didn't see anything about the UK in the roadmap. Since they've also announced their e-invoicing mandate, when will it be added, or will it be added?
Do you want me to take it, Rafi? Okay.
Yeah, if you want. Okay, go ahead, because I think the mandate is still not out, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there is a date for 2029, if I'm not mistaken. So, but the roadmap, as Rafi explained, it's only 2026 and 2027. So we will add UK once we have more information, but we are closely following their progress. We actually worked with them as well during the consultancy period. So we are tracking the developments on UK. But yeah, it will be added in our roadmap.
And I think they do have volunteer basis for B2G this year. And if I understood correctly, this is using PayPal. So we are extremely well positioned. We do that since 2014. So we have some experience there. And I think this is happening in parallel of the MTD project, the Make Tax Digital in the UK. So I think that there will be probably mandate, but it has not been, we are still waiting for news basically this year. So yes, of course, as soon as you have mandate with effective dates, we will take care of it for you. We have very large customers in United Kingdom, and we will make sure that we are compliant and transitioning smoothly. Absolutely.
And just to add, we're also on the Pepper user group that's in collaboration with how that will be designed in the UK. So it puts us in a good position to have those conversations directly as well on your behalf. Okay, there's one question that came in from Jenny in the Q&A. Will all of your help agents now be AI, or are you eliminating help contact by our actual staff? And I can take that one because I'm also heading up the support operation, and I can categorically say that we are not eliminating our contact by our actual staff. And obviously what we want to do is make ourselves more efficient and effective. And absolutely, we want to pass you to human interaction when it's appropriate, but certainly, obviously, if we can add value and speed of response through the AI tool, we will certainly do that too. So a collaboration of those two things to give you the best quality service we can offer you, essentially. Okay, what else did we get today? Anka, can we customize the anomaly detection dashboard, and can we use Q for it?
We can use Q, and as mentioned earlier, ideally we would like to have the users using Q while checking the reports that have the granular data, because then Q can look at the data sets with more information. So anomaly detection, high level dashboard, and then drill down, have the deep dive analysis while using the workflow and the documents reports. And for customization, it's not possible in the standard view, but it is possible with the premium solution. And if we have users interested, we can have a demo, we can organize a discussion, a meeting to showcase what is possible for customization. It is in the premium solution, we can customize any of the reports that we have. So it's not just anomaly detection.
So this is the pro author license. Yes. And what you will do, you will save the anomaly detection into a new dashboard name, and then you can start doing modification on it. This is as easy as this.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. And then I guess a question that sort of touches on some of the themes that Danny also referred to. So Sarah, how can I be sure the AI enrichments done on my documents are accurate?
AI, when we use the AWS text extractor and LLM, to each data field, we will be able to fetch the confidence rate from the intelligent modules, and of course, it will be very safe for the customers to review those. But we are also working on some of the automation ways to support the customer define their threshold of the accuracies, predictions, or confidences to facilitate the straight-through processing of the invoices. Yeah.
But Sarah, just to clarify, we are not bypassing BFR, correct? So once the enrichment is on, we still have strict controls of the compliance rules and
to validate.
Yes.
To validate the business content of the invoices. That's
after the AI, yeah.
Yeah. Stick to the business facts there. Yeah. Thank you, Rafi, for adding that comment. Very important to know.
Stuff. Okay. And then I see, a question from Edgar. How can we get support to mirror the existing reports in the Insight Center analytics before Insight Center is decommissioned? So I think that's probably between you and I, Anka, in terms of reaching out to the customer.
The team effort together with the customers and the users. So first, just to remember, we need a valid license for the new analytics. That's one. And then to check together the reporting gaps, if there's any. If there's a critical topic, critical metric that needs to be included, we will consider that. We will invest the time to do this, to improve the existing reporting. One thing to mention, if there's a need for customization in the sense of design, so if a specific format is required, then we would recommend to switch to the Pro solution, as explained by Rafi. It's very simple to also add metrics in that format, new metrics in the data set, the same source of reporting that we have for the standard reports. And yes, so we're working together to close those critical gaps and to see if there's anything new that we need to consider.
And I think
for
So-
for new analytics. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, and obviously, as I alluded to earlier, some of our customers, and I know Ed is one of them, that uses Insight Center with another corresponding workflow in the back end of their own systems. And so from that respect, we've started the CSMs just beginning to reach out to customers to make sure that everybody has the ability to scope what those changes will need to be, and then we can offer you support in terms of, as Anka said, feeding that back to the business in terms of reports that could be missing, but also with the transition from one reporting flow to the next. So we'll certainly engage with you heavily to make sure that we don't leave you with a reporting gap, and certainly we won't move if there's a business critical item that we need to address. So engage with the CSM. I know that seems to be our standard answer today, but certainly engage with them, and we'll coordinate that internally within the business. There's a couple of just quick things, as I said, I would remind you for the feedback at the end, and certainly how to stay in touch. So I will just, so there we go. How to stay updated, and how to provide feedback to us at the end of the webinar. So make sure that you join our webinars, make sure that you follow our blog, follow us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, obviously reach out to your CSM. And then also, if you want to leave us some feedback at the end of this webinar, you'll get a poll afterwards, which pops up potentially in a second window. And as I said, please do take the time to fill that in. That would be fantastic. We'd really appreciate your support and feedback on that to help us keep our events relevant. So thank you, team. I think we got through everything in time, and we had some really good questions from the audience. So that's always appreciated. And hopefully we'll see you at the next event.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Goodbye,
you,
everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.